What's up, beer drinkers? How y'all doing this week? Oh, we got another great show for you again this week. This one is one of my favorite shows that we do every year. This is our NFL football predictions show. That's where Sorcerer Chromatic and I go and we pick the division winners and losers. We also pick who's going to make the wild card and who's going to get that most coveted bye week, the playoff bye week. So who's going to place first in each conference. So we go through each division. We talk a little bit about each team, give our predictions, and then we're out. Of course, we have some great beers that we drink and review for you, and we rate them at the end of the show. Before we get to the show, though, I just wanted to say that we have a couple specials. One just came out. That is a Tap Takeover with Catalyst Crafted Ales with my friends Will and Alex. They are the brewers over there at Catalyst Crafted Ales in Tempe, Arizona. That just came out. And then next Friday, we got something. Well, we have a spooktacular coming out for you. So besides our regular Cold Brew podcast, we have a special podcast coming out just for Friday the 13th. So I hope you are prepared for that. Wow. Okay, that's the best I can do for an evil laugh. Oh, it's early in the morning. I got to go to bed. All right, so let me just shout out, shoot the plugs out. Excuse me. That's not a saying? Follow us on Untapped and Instagram. Search Cold Brew Podcast. All right, so without further ado, it's time for another Cold Brew. Coming at you pre-recorded from Cold Brew Studios. I'm Greg. He is Sorcerer Chromatic, and we're here to talk about beer.
Yes, we are.
How you doing this week, man?
Good. Doing good.
Yeah?
Still getting over a little cold.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Shoot, there was like stuff about Vegas that I didn't tell you about. And shoot, it slips my mind now. But
okay.
But, doing good. Back in the swing of things at work and school and, all this stuff. School for my kids, not for me. You know what I mean?
Hey, so like I have 2 degrees. You have a degree. But do you ever wake up like with the dread, like you have a test an upcoming test?
Nah, not really. I can't say that I have.
It's been a while, but I've had that dread, like the dream that like I've had to study or like I've had to like do some stuff for like schooling, and then when I finally wake up, I'm like, you stupid ass, like you're done with school, you're done. I've had that whole thing. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean that test anxiety kicking back in randomly.
Exactly. Yeah, it's the anxiety thing, but anyway. But now we're not here to talk about school. We're here to talk about beer, right?
And anxiety.
Hey, to be honest, I do struggle with my own anxiety like every day. So, those out there who also struggle with anxiety, I feel you. All right, here we go.
Yeah, I mean, sorry,
I
wasn't trying to knock anxiety and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But just it's kind of one of those ingest because everyone gets it. You should, if you're normal, you should get some type form.
I totally get it, and when people tease me or make jokes about anxiety or stress or anything, I don't take it offensive like as they're like attacking my anxiety. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Anyway. All right.
Rolling with the punches.
Exactly. All right. So today, again, 2 weeks in a row, I have a Babe Brew. This one, though, it's not a golden stout, it's a hazy IPA, which I found refreshing because a lot of the Babe Brews have been non-hazy IPAs. This might be the first one that I remember that it is a hazy IPA. Usually it's like a Hefeweizen or like last week was a golden stout. So it's like a somewhere like a non-traditional craft beer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this one is a hazy IPA coming at 7.0 ABV. This comes to us from in collaboration not only with the Babes Beer family and Gumbo Mud label design, but the Beer is Good Brewing Company out of Colorado, Norman, Oklahoma. And I have to say, the only reason I know of Beer is Good, the acronym is BIG, so like Big Beer. They come out of Oklahoma, and my friend Amanda Bear Lecter, out of Instagram fame. I'm sure a lot of our listeners already know who she is, but she's out there, and this was one of the Beer Babes collabs that they did. In the early August, anyway. So I got this from my friend Ronnie. She, like I mentioned last week, when she and I met up, she gave me the last one, the Golden Stout, and this the Hazy IPA. Without further ado, pop off. What do you got?
Well, I got a beer from our friends up at Almanac again.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm breaking the ice with this style of beer already. I have their fest beer known as Rocktoberfest.
Is that because of the whole bottle rock thing they do in the northern Bay Area?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
The can. I saw this last year at Safeway, and I didn't get it because I was like in a hurry, and I went back and they were out, and I kind of went around and I looked for it, but not too hard for it. I couldn't find it. This year I saw it right away. I had to grab it. I'm like, I'm getting this.
Yeah.
Especially because they're out so early. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't get one that's stale, even though it is a lager and they can age. So Oktoberfest 2, I love the art. It's kind of evil. It's like this jack-o'-lantern pig. It's like a jack-o'-lantern head with a pig, right? And it's a guy. And he's got a plate full of brats and turnips, which has some other Halloween meanings, especially in Europe. And then obviously some beer. He's got a beer bottle in one hand and a glass of beer on the table. Love it.
Nice.
And it's all like sapphire, or just like really, really monotone type color. It's not very, very colorful at all. So let's see. Time for Rocktoberfest. This traditional fest beer is brewed with authentic German barley, full of rich toasted malt flavors, with a light body and refreshing crispiness. Enjoy straight from the can or pour into your favorite stein and pair with your favorite wurst. It's a party in a can, and it just might make you dance your arse off.
Hey, nice.
Liking it. So, without any further ado, pop off. Hey, real quick too, it's 5% ABV. Sorry, 5% ABV, and then on, not in the description, but on the can, like label, it says German style lager brewed with Weyermann Bark Pilsner, Munich, and Cara Munich malts.
Oh, okay, so, nice.
So, excited for this bad boy.
Very nice.
Over a year in the making. No, almost a year in the making.
Right, yeah. Very nice. All right, so my beer is the Bay Brew by Big Brewing out of Oklahoma. It's good, man. I'm very happy about this. I've had quite a few of the Babe beers, the Babe brews, and this one might be my favorite. Like they've had a few which I've really really liked, but this maybe because I like IPAs and they don't brew a lot of IPAs with the Babe brews, because I think it's not because Rachel and Roxy are like we don't like IPAs. I think it's more like when they collab with the breweries, they're like, we brew IPAs all the time and we want to do something different. And so for the most part, I think a lot of them just want to go off the off the beaten path. You know what I'm saying? And so coming back to the beaten path, which is the hazy IPA category these days, this one is excellent, really good, nice. As far as the mouthfeel goes, nice and light and crisp, and a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of bitterness on the backside to make you want to sip a little bit more. So I kind of dig this one right now. But I don't get a lot of flavors out of this. Maybe as the show goes on and the beer opens up, I'll have a better critique, or at least not critique, but like an explanation of what I'm drinking during our Untap portion of the show.
Right.
So how you feeling about your beer?
Yeah. Well, when you were talking about yours, I was sipping mine. Digging it. So it's got that malty up front that you would taste.
Yep.
And I'm not sure if it's just the ingredients or the roastiness of it, but it kicks up a little bit of bitterness. Not hoppy bitterness, just with the malt. It has a little bit of a dynamic flavor, not just bready.
Yeah.
It's got little tart or a little bitter kick to it. Digging it, excited. I'm kind of biased already, so we'll see as we go.
Right on.
Shout out to Almanac too. I notice I kind of do that when I get a beer. I kind of like get a few by the same brewer and kind of do it. So they're doing good stuff up there still. They've been a big player in the Bay Area beer scene for a while. So shout out to them.
Yeah, one of the stalwarts, if you will, of the Bay Area craft beer scene. They don't get a lot of flash as far as like like a Russian River or an Alvarado. But if you're in the Bay Area, Almanac, if you're a craft beer head, you know who Almanac is. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and they got a solid lineup. They could compete with a lot of people doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Hats off to Almanac.
Hopefully they're friends of the show.
They should be. All right, we'll rate our beers later on during our Untapped portion of the show, and I've already talked about it to you listeners out there, but this is our football show because it's 1 week away from football. Actually, when this show comes out, will have already be a game and a second game out of country, to be honest. Yeah, so we're going to talk about our favorites this year. Like we do every year, we do a prediction show where we talk about who's going to place first in each NFL division, who's going to place last in that division, who's going to make the wild card, who's going to have the bye week. We don't do Super Bowl predictions until later, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, this is our prediction show, which we love because football is one of our fucking loves. All right, family is always first, right? Let's just get rid of that. For you, like second and third, is it beer football or a football beer?
Ooh.
Or and hip hop, maybe we'll throw hip hop in there too.
Oh jeez. The thing I have to put football first because it's seasonal and you only get so many. You can have beer whenever you want. You can have music whenever you want.
Yep. Good point.
So that's why I kind of go that way,
and to be, and now that I'm thinking about it, hip hop is like the music bed to our whole lives. So it's never going to go away.
There you go.
Anyway. All right, cool. All right. So you can go first since, I'm being a gracious host. So we're going to predict who's going to win. Yeah.
Are you going to do that? That B-Red sound drop. Ladies first.
No, but because Gluckman is for the bitches and the hoes, right?
Yes.
'Tis the season, right? The election season.
Oh yeah, it was a great movie. We're talking about Malibu's Most Wanted, and you guys didn't pick that up.
Yeah, Jamie Kennedy It's probably his best and greatest and probably last greatest movie. All right.
Right.
Sorcerer Chromatic. Who do you have in the NFC North going first and going last?
Okay. So hold on. Let me bring up my cheat sheet.
Okay.
Okay. NFC North. Going first, I got the shoot. I'm gonna go with the Pack. They came on strong last year.
Okay.
I think they're just gonna get better. I mean, the Lions are up there. Just I don't know. I think they reached a lot. I don't know of them getting much better.
Okay.
You know, I think Goff kind of has a ceiling where we still haven't seen Jordan Love's.
Oh yeah, you know what? To be honest, I think Love has a higher ceiling than Goff. I get that. I totally understand.
Yeah. So quarterback-driven league.
Yep.
Plus, they got way more receivers than the Lions. Don't get me wrong. I mean, St. Brown's nice, and then you pair him up with Laporta. That's two. I mean, the Packers have just a whole fleet of receivers in comparison. You know. I mean, the Lions lined up some other guys too, just as far as names. I mean, but that Watson kid and shoot, I got another name stuck in my head. Regardless, Dobbs, right? I like. Yes, there you go. I got the I just got the Packers offense in my head.
All right, fair enough. And last place in the NFC North.
I gotta go Vikings.
Yeah.
I mean, Darnold's nice. They'll move the ball. Just collectively, I think they're in a rebuild. I mean, as much as the Bears did improve. I mean, they improved enough to get out of last place. I do believe that the pick wasn't theirs, though, right?
What do you mean? Oh yeah, they got it from Carolina.
Right. Yeah. So they're I mean they had some, I guess, some good games. So they'll build off that to stay out of the basement, I believe.
Very nice. All right. So for me, for the NFC North, I have Detroit. I think they made it to the NFC Championship last year, and they have not fallen off a lot as far as like the skill positions go. So they still have a lot of great capital in that game or in that sense. I think the Gibbs, who's the running back? Montgomery. That's a good 1-2 punch. Yeah. And Laporta is going to be healthy. They have and St. Brown, they have at least one marquee receiver. So I like them. I do understand your argument for Green Bay, so I can't knock that because, to be honest, in this league, one injury means that, like, it's a death sentence to one or two teams. So they might not take first, but Detroit will still get in the playoffs this year. And then I agree with you in last place, Minnesota. I think with Cousins leaving, and then I think all the legal troubles and their injuries and everything that has besought them this year, I think the Detroit's gonna be a last place. I think the Bears have a small comeuppance as far as, like, the Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is good, but if they kept Fields, I think the Odunze pick was their best pick of the draft last year or this year. So I really like Rome. I think he's a generational player, and I think he's gonna be better than Marvin Harrison Jr., to be honest.
Yeah. I don't follow college enough to know it. However, I mean, there's a lot of talent coming out of the draft these days.
Yep.
And in the right system, the right opportunity.
Yeah.
It'll happen for that guy.
It'll happen, Captain. All right, NFC East. Who do you have first? Who do you have last?
The NFC least, I have. Okay, I got Philly going back to number one.
Okay, all right.
I think they get stable. I mean, they had a huge skid last year, and I see. Shoot, I'm not trying to predict.
I know.
I would say the Commanders still in last.
Oh, okay, all right.
I mean, I'm not thrilled with Jones. However, I think they just got enough more a better nucleus overall. I mean, I do like their coach. I just think they'll do enough to stay out of last, basically.
Okay, all right. That's fair. So the NFC East, I have also Philly, and I think they had a great team last year. I think their coordinators were terrible. They couldn't get anything on defense, and so half the year they were fucking great, but by the second half, in fact, I think it was the Niner game that exposed them, and then every other team
Yeah.
like followed suit, and then I think the last five of the last six games or something like that, and then they just fucking tanked. But they have a better defensive coordinator now, and their offensive coordinator. I just think they have a better thing going on. Dallas still is going to be great. I think Dallas is still going to make the playoffs, but they're just going to fall short of the division. That's just the way I feel. Unlike you, I like Washington in the fact that I like Jaden Daniels better than Daniel Jones. If we're gonna go like straight up by quarterbacks, I thought last year Washington had some great plays, but I really think they were tanking last year because they wanted a great quarterback, and now they have Jaden Daniels. I think he might be the best quarterback longevity wise of the draft. It all remains to be seen. So I can't pick them last. That's why I think, and you watched the Hard Knocks, right? The Giants offseason Hard Knocks, and they tried to trade Daniel Jones, right?
No, I don't think so.
I thought they were trying to talk themselves into saying, "Oh yeah, this could be our quarterback."
Shoot, I missed that.
Yeah,
I mean, I saw it, but
yeah.
I don't remember that. I
Okay.
remember I remember them trying to trade for Burns and
Barkley.
who's the other guy? No, Barkley was a mistake. They realized that.
Yeah.
There was another defensive player they were trying to trade for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I've heard. Yeah.
I don't remember talk about moving off of Jones.
Maybe not on the show, but I know they were trying to trade him in the offseason and they couldn't, so they kind of were stuck with them and they were talking themselves in. They might not have said it on the Hard Knocks show, but I know that was something that was in their front office.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. NFC West. Who do you have first? Who do you have last?
NFC West, I have Niners first and your Cardinals last.
You know what? Me too. I mean, the Niners I know their window is closing. It's almost done, but it's not closed yet. It's not shut. They have the best team in the West right now as of we speak. So how could you go against it? And then, yeah, I do think the Cardinals are on their way up, but their quarterback is holding them back. I know at the end of the year they had a lot of good success on the ground, but yeah, they need a franchise quarterback. Kyler Murray is not it.
Bird.
Anyway, all right. First this might be the worst division in football. The NFC South. Who do you have first? Who do you have last?
Okay, so for the NFC South, I still have the Buccaneers to take it
Oh,
again
okay. Why?
because
How do you feel?
I'll just in my country of a saying, to be the man, you got to beat the man.
Okay. Thank you, Ric Flair.
Yes, Nick's your boy. And speaking of Nick's your boy, I still got the Panthers going last. I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, I wouldn't be surprised if the Falcons, took first.
Yeah.
I need to see it. I need to see a little
Yeah.
bit more than what they got on paper. And the Buccaneers, they had a great team. What, 3 years ago now? I mean, I
Yeah.
know, of course, they lost Brady. However, they still got guys that could play, and they did last year. So
Hey, what's his name? Shoot. Who's their number one receiver? I want to say Mike Smith, Mike Javis, Mike White.
no, Evans. Was it
Mike Evans, yeah, Mike Evans. He's still a 1,000-yard receiver. Baker Mayfield.
But I think he's gone though. Isn't he gone this year?
No, is he? No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Him and Godwin, they're both 1,000-yard receivers. Baker Mayfield still a potential 4,000. Yeah, Mayfield still 4,000-yard potential quarterback.
Right.
Yeah, so I think I could still see them competing for the South. But I just think now with the way it is in the Falcons, now they have a competent quarterback with Kirk Cousins. I know he got injured last year and the whole Michael Penix Jr. thing, but he's still the quarterback, and I think he's got comeback player of the year potential, and because of that, I think all of the offense is going to be better. Even Bijan, who's that guy there? Kyle Pitts, and who's their receiver? London, right? Dirk London. I forgot. Dirk Diggler.
Yeah. Was London a receiver or a tight end?
I think he was a receiver.
Pitts. Okay, so Pitts is the tight end.
Yeah. Right.
They're both big dudes. Yeah, they're big targets. I get it, and that looks all good on paper. However, I got to see it together.
Yeah, but this reminds me of last year, like when everyone was like fancying the Lions, and I also said like I got to see it first before it happens. And last year it happened, so I'm gonna strike. I'm gonna put my flag in the ground this year for Atlanta, before it happens. So it might happen, it might not, but who cares? This is the fun show, right? This is our predictions. So for me, right, Atlanta first, and I agree with you. Carolina is probably the second worst, if not the worst, team in the whole NFL.
I agree with that.
All right. So wait, do we go to the AFC or do we want to do the wild card and bye week predictions for the NFC?
Yeah, let's do wild card and bye week.
All right.
So we're out of there.
All right. So you have Green Bay, Philly, SF, and Tampa Bay in the playoffs. We have 3 wild card spots. Who would you like to put theirs in those spots?
I would go. Shit, I need to look at that kind of. So I would go Detroit.
Okay.
I would go. I would go Seattle.
Oh, really? Why do you think Seattle? I don't doubt you. I'm just wondering why you think them over anybody else.
Just a little bit more, I guess, offense coming together. I think, Gino's over the injuries. They do got a formidable receiving core.
Yeah.
Good defense.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Witherspoon.
Yeah, I mean, and a defensive mind, just a new head coach, some new blood in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Um,
Mike McDonald, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, that I could see them. I really think the Rams are going to take a step back. I really think their defense is going to miss Darnold or Arnold more than or Donald, right? Aaron Donald.
Arnold, Donald, Darnold. Yeah.
Arnold,
Sam
yeah.
Darnold. Yes.
99. They're going to miss 99 more than they realize.
Yeah.
They might have
Yeah.
to try to get him out of retirement. And I think by default Dallas would get there.
Okay. I see that.
Just
Yeah.
because they have New York twice and Washington twice, and then just they have a second place schedule, right?
Yeah.
No, they have a first place schedule.
They're great at home.
Yeah. They're solid, yeah.
All right. So for my wild cards, I do have Dallas. I think yeah, they just put up great numbers. Regular season, they're fucking phenomenal. I think they're great. And then next I have Green Bay. I think Floor is got something there with Love, and they're doing great. And then oh shoot, this is tough, man. So I was thinking either Seattle. I really think Seattle has a really good chance. I really want to get them. I'm gonna go on a limb. Maybe it's the Hard Knocks thing in me, but I really think the Bears have a great fucking team, and I think they sneak into the playoffs because all the other teams, they kind of fall short. I think they have a puncher's chance to get into the playoffs. So I'm gonna go with the fact that the NFC North is gonna have 3 teams in the playoffs because it could happen. Why not?
All right. Interesting take.
I do like it. You've been watching Hard Knocks, right?
You know, I watch it, but I end up dozing off. I don't know what it is.
I really like Caleb Williams as far as like him being just a human being. I just fucking love his energy on the show.
I mean, I get that. He's a good dude.
Yeah, exactly. I would like to hang out and have a beer with that dude. Basically, what I'm trying to say. All right, but
you know who I think would like me? It's just Vince Vaughn.
Yes, I totally agree. All right, we have one more selection in the NFC. Who's gonna get the bye week? Who's gonna be the first place in the NFC you think this year? So let me run it back. So you have Green Bay, Philly, San Francisco, and Tampa Bay all playing all first in the division. So out of those 3 teams, who's gonna have the best record?
Shoot. I think
It's a tough one.
I know. I might have to go with Green Bay, just because they have a second place. They have a second place schedule.
Okay.
I really still think they're going to beat up on both Chicago and Minnesota.
All right.
So I think they're going to win their division pretty handily. You know what I mean?
And I kind of get what you're saying because I also picked the team from NFC North, but I think it's the Lions. I think they barely squeaked by the Packers. I really want to pick the Niners, but they have the hardest uh, schedule by rest.
Right.
Yeah, and so I think it's gonna be like they might be able to keep it up in the beginning of the year, but by the end of the year, I think they're gonna be tired unless Shanahan knows this and kind of schedules his game plans to minimize the rest effectiveness of their schedule. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
So that was the NFC. We are scooching over to the AFC. In the AFC North. AFC North now. Who do you have first? Who do you have last?
AFC North.
Yes, the Norse.
I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
Okay, yeah.
And I think the Browns are gonna be last.
Really? They have one of the best. I think the Browns have one of the best defenses in the league. Why do you think the Ravens? Well, I have a feeling why you feel the Ravens are going to place first because they've been placing first, like in the last few seasons. So, but why do you think the Browns are going to be placed last over like the Bengals or the Steelers?
I think the Bengals just kind of, although they got some studs, I think they lost a lot of, just guys like Mixon. As crazy as that guy was off the field, he was a staple. He kept them, he kept a lot of defenses honest.
Yep.
The Bengals are evolving to a different style offense with him out of there. I mean, it just his skill set, whether gone or even diminished, is kind of making the Bengals play one way more than they should. They got an all right defense. I mean, I haven't seen that much continuity from the Bengals.
Okay.
Yeah, the Browns. I really think just the quarterbacking's a big question, and I mean, although they got. Who was that quarterback that they made a run with?
The Browns, Flacco.
Flacco, yeah. See, Flacco's not there. Deshaun Watson is. I don't think Watson's the right guy.
I get you with that. I agree with Baltimore because Harbaugh had whoever is on the team. He knows how to get the best out of that player. So I agree with you. John Harbaugh is one of the best fucking coaches. He should be in the Hall of Fame. Whenever he's done and whenever he doesn't get enough respect like a Belichick or Andy Reid. I don't think he's in the upper tier coach conversation as he should be.
I get you.
But yeah, so I totally get that. I like Baltimore to place first in the North. But for me, last, I'm just going to say it, the Bengals. I don't think... I like Burrows, but he had that wrist injury last year. Remember that whole video that came out when he had like that... I don't know if it was like a brace or like he was like fucking with his wrist coming off the bus or coming off the airplane. I don't think he ever. I just don't think he recovered from that. I think Burrows is done, and if he's done, everyone else is done. I think Boyd left. T. Higgins ain't that great. Chase is great, but if Burrows can't get it to him, I just think that window is shut, and they have to move on.
That's another bold take. I get it though. I mean, yeah, the quarterback position is so important to be at that high level. I mean, there's a lot of guys that could play through injury, but yeah, if you had an injury that's messing up, like the structure of his hand, where he's not spinning it like he used to, that could be the difference between winning and losing football games.
Yep. Yep, exactly. All right. Who do you have in the AFC East first and last?
AFC East, first and last.
Mm-hmm. You have the Jets, the
Ooh.
Patriots. I think I'm gonna pencil in who you have last.
Yeah. Um, I'm gonna go Bills.
Okay, wow. Okay, I thought you were going a different route, but all right.
No.
Why the Bills?
I just think that they kind of get their act together. They reset with the receiving core. I think Josh Allen is actually going to run more this year, which is going to make them a little bit more dangerous team.
Yeah.
Defense still pretty solid. Oh, although they lost one of those guys. Starts with an M.
Yeah, Milano. They lost him last year
Yeah.
too, and then now he's gone this year, 2 years in a row.
Right. Yeah. However, still a solid team.
Mm-hmm.
Like the coaching. Um, yeah, I think the Dolphins lost too many players, especially in the season last year, and just injuries.
Yeah.
I don't know, the guys tearing, ligaments and tendons. It just I don't know if they're gonna bounce back in enough time to, to at least start the season. No one gets healthier as the season
Right.
goes on too. So it's interesting. The Jets still got to show me something. Same thing with Rodgers. Is like,
Okay.
yeah, I'm not making fun of his injury. Just that's a serious one.
Eh,
This
not only
is
that,
a fast league.
not only that, but like he's like what 39 or 40 years old now.
I think he's 40. Yeah,
Yep. That also is a factor in everything.
Hmm.
Sports wise, anyway. When he hit the 4 decades, there's a drop off. Only a few surpass that, and he's got to show it, right?
right.
I think that's what you're saying.
Especially too, because he's been relatively healthy his whole career. I remember he broke a clavicle. I don't know, maybe like 7, 8 years ago now.
Yeah.
And he obviously worked past that, but this is your leg. I mean, this is the biggest tendon in half your body. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's right in your lower body. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I meant like on the right side or left side or whatever side
Yeah.
of it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That
Totally agree.
I mean that's one of your anchor points. I mean, it can be done, but will it be done in a year? I mean, Clay Thompson tore his Achilles at a younger age in a very physically demanding sport, and he never really got it back.
Yep.
I mean, some might argue that if he's back this year, it'd finally be because he healed. So, I mean, that's, I guess, 3.5 years in the books before it happened.
Right. All right. So you have Buffalo in first and New England. I'm guessing you have New England last
Yeah.
in the NFC or
Right.
AFC East, right?
Right.
Yeah. I don't think you and I have to expound on that unless some non-football listeners are listening. Contrary to you, I think the Jets place first. I think they have the higher ceiling with the if Aaron Rodgers can stay healthy this whole season with Brees Hall, Garrett Williams. I just think, and Sauce Gardner, I just think they have a lot of fucking talent on both sides of the ball. I think they place first in the AFC East. I totally get what you're saying, though, contrary to my facts. But yeah, I'm just going out. I'm just going out on a limb to say that the Jets are going to place first. But you and I are in total agreement of the last place in the AFC East. New England is just a shell of a team. I don't even know if they'd be considered a minor league. I think they might be considered like a college team at this point.
UFL.
Yeah, XFL. All right, a couple more categories to get to. AFC West. AFC West. Who do you have first? Who do you have last?
I got the Chiefs first,
Right.
and the Broncos last.
Ooh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay. I that's a shock. Why would you pick the Broncos over the Raiders or the Chargers?
Um, just because what the rookie quarterback situation.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Bo Nix. I think
Yeah.
he was declared as the starter, right?
Right. I think that they had an exodus of some talent,
Okay.
not just quarterback.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, the new head coach, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or no?
The
No, it's still Sean Payton. It's still
yeah
Sean Payton.
yeah it's still Peyton.
Huh. Yeah. No, I just like, I just kind of look at the quarterbacks when I'm not too sure. I know, how do you say it? Hibbert?
Oh yeah. Herbert.
Herbert.
Yeah.
I know he's a little dinged up. However, I really think Harbaugh's going to get the ball on the ground a lot more too.
Okay.
So his throws will be a little bit more, friendly and probably down a little bit, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, especially if you can make the throws. The Raiders, they do got stuff to work on, but I mean, dude, I'll take Minshew on my team anytime. You know what I mean? Like, I just kind of like his little moxie, savvy, just get it done attitude. He'll stay in the pocket, take the hit, but get the ball down the field.
Yeah.
And then the Chiefs, the defending champions, I'll take them easy.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs this year more than any other year are going to be the Milton Berle team.
Just enough to me.
Exactly. Thank you. Yeah, so I do have the Chiefs placing first this year in the AFC West, but I have the Raiders placing last in the AFC West because I think I really like Harbaugh in San Diego. I think he's gonna do well there. They might even place first. I'll put this out there. I think the Chargers might play first because they do have the talent to beat the Chiefs. I just think Brandon Staley was not a great head coach. I think Jim Harbaugh is a better head coach than Brandon Staley. So maybe they might be able to displace the Chiefs this year, but the Chiefs do have a slightly better talented defense than the Chargers do. And then Denver, I like Denver. I think Sean Payton is a great quarterback. I think you don't give him enough credit as far as this prediction goes. I think he's gonna have that team dialed in to place third in the AFC West. All right, one more division, the AFC South. This might be the second worst division in the NFL, if not the worst division in the NFL. Who do you have first?
Really?
Who do you have last?
You think?
Who's worse? It's got to be the NFC South if you're gonna compare.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's 1-2. You could debate who's the worst.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know though. I think three of these teams are on the upswing though.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right. Who do you have first and last in the South?
I got last. I got the Colts for sure.
Okay. All right. Indy. All right.
Yeah. And for first, I got to go with Houston.
Oh wow. Yeah. You like Stroud, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Especially with Nico Tank Dell coming back. Nico Collins performing well last year. They got Diggs now, right? Stephon Diggs. How do you? Why?
Yeah, and I think they got Mixon too.
But why would you want to Diggs if you have Dell and Collins?
Because you're throwing the ball.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You're gonna go through. How often do you go through your wideout set though?
I mean that's the thing. You rotate them, keep them fresh, do decoy routes. You'll wear out defense.
Okay.
With
Yeah.
guys like that.
All right. I totally understand.
Yeah. Yeah, or you get the third corner on the field with a lot of teams, and you weaken the defense a lot.
Very nice. All right. So yeah, I agree with you on as far as Houston placing first in the AFC South, but I have Tennessee going last in the AFC South. That's where you and I differ. They lost too many key players and a coach. Mike Vrabel's a fucking great coach. If you don't get a job next year, I don't know what the fucking league's doing, dude. He is such a great. He's a good coach. Am I wrong?
No, I totally get it.
Yeah.
In fact, I think he got the raw deal. Like ever since they traded AJ Brown, it's like, well, what the hell do you think we're trying to do over here?
Right. Exactly. All right. So we're gonna.
That's the thing. I don't. Now that you mention it, I don't even know who the starting quarterback is for the Titans right now. Is it Levis?
Yeah, because they got rid of Wills or Willis, whatever the name is. It
Willis, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it might be fucking. I have no idea. I mean, that division is so far out of my sight. I have no idea. All right, so we have to.
Interesting. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to come up with our wild card spots in the AFC. So, just a rundown in the already making it to the playoffs is Baltimore, Buffalo. You have Baltimore, Buffalo, Kansas City, Houston. There's 3 more spots in the playoff bracket in the AFC. Who would you put in those?
Let's see. I'm going to put in. Who should I put in? I'm going to put in the Chargers, LA Chargers. Still can't used to say that.
Yeah. You know what? You're right. I called them San Diego a little while ago.
Yeah. I'm going to put in the Jags as well.
Okay. All right. Jacksonville. Yes.
I think they have enough offense and enough.
Totally agree.
Enough talent to get there. And I gotta go. So enough offense. I gotta go with the Dolphins too.
All right. Yeah, I like it. All right. So I also have the Dolphins, Miami, and then I put SD for the Chargers, but it's really LAC, almost like the Clippers. And then the final spot. Ooh, this is gonna be a hard one. I think you're right. I think it's Jacksonville. So yeah, you and I have the same wild card berths in Miami, Chargers, and Jacksonville. Yep, exactly the same. But who gets the bye week in the AFC?
I'm still gonna go Kansas City.
See, okay, I can't knock that. They are the defending champs, maybe possible three-peaters, but I think they're going to take it easy during the season. I don't think they're going to get the 1 seed. I think they're just going to get into playoffs and then go into playoff mode. So out of all of them, I think it's Baltimore.
I get that.
All right. Cool, man. Fucking love this. Man. Can't wait. Next week, for our listeners, it's going to be 2 days. We are recording this the Sunday, September 1st. Oh yeah, shit! It's already past 12. 1 week before football starts. How's your beer treating you?
Good, man. I'm really enjoying this. This is just really opened up to a classic fest style beer, Oktoberfest.
Right. All right, we're gonna rate our beers right now on Untapped. What'd you have?
Almanac Rocktoberfest.
Oh, that's right. Almanac Rock. There it is. And what would you like to rate this beer at?
Oh, geez. I'm going to give it a 3.75.
Holy shit. So there's been 2.4 thousand ratings right now, with an overall rating of 3.76. None of our friends have rated it right now. So you're right there with all the other ones. The check-in, 3.75. And what notes would you like to leave?
Malty, crisp, and smooth.
Malty, crisp, and smooth. Save and check in. Bam. All right, so this is my I've had like a bunch of the Babe brews. I haven't had all of them. This I gotta say, this might be one of my favorites because I love IPAs, and this is a great hazy IPA. I'm gonna give this one a 4.5. So
Nice.
let me close these cards right here and search Big Brewing Babe Brew. So the Beer Babes Hazy. I found it. It is 7.2% ABV, 29 IBUs. Overall rating is 4.10. Two of our friends have rated it for 5.0. I like it. I really dig the hazy IPAs. So 4.5. And hold on. Shoot. Oh, there it is. Check in 4.5. And delicious. Check and save in. Or check in. Save and check in. That's what I meant. All right, man. One thing I wanted to bring up on the show is I sent you that picture of the tree in front of my house. Fucking A, man.
Was it just a storm, or just because it's old and is it dried and dead and rotting and all that?
Those out there in podcast land, I had a branch fall off my tree, and it covered my driveway. Good thing nobody was there, and my car wasn't there. I think it has to do with it was kind of rotten. It was because if you look at the base where the branch fell off of, it was a lot of dry rot in there. Anyway,
well, did you get it? Did you get it all cleaned up and stuff?
Not yet. I'm gonna. I bought a chainsaw and I'm gonna cut it up. I was talking with my neighbor, the one to the south of me, and he's like, "Oh yeah, just put it by yard, put it in your yard, until you can get hauled away." So I'm gonna tomorrow. I'm gonna cut it up and put it all over the place and maybe call someone to haul it away. I might even be able to get the city to come and haul it away, because that would be cheaper, right?
I don't know. I don't deal with the municipalities that much.
Well, you're a homeowner now, so you better fucking realize.
Okay.
But to be honest, like 4 or 5 years ago when I bought the house, like I didn't know what I was getting into. No, but now I do. So now that you are a newer homeowner, you might realize where you're getting into.
Word. Yeah, I need a new back fence. It's gonna blow away soon.
That, and you need to that the shack in the back of your house, or whatever you want to call the garage or shack or whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
One and the same.
You need to get that either restructured or just replaced.
No, just demolished and replaced.
Oh, you should do like so the bottom level is like where your car your car hold, and then the upper level is like a loft.
Oh, jeez.
That'd be fucking awesome, dude.
It would.
If you could afford
ADU. Yeah. I have a friend who's looking at a like a 2-level ADU like that.
Oh, okay. All right, man. Yeah, we've been yapping for a while now. Anything else you'd like to bring up on this episode of Cold Brew Podcast?
I know I messed up the name, but that Ricky Purcell kid.
Oh,
damn, that's crazy.
Damn it. Yeah, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, you got shot after an autograph signing in the city due to a robbery attempt. Is the report
for a rollie, right?
I don't even know what the status of the assailant was. Just hope he heals up. I mean, it'd be sucked to have to miss a year of football. Number one, he's a first-round talent. I mean, the team kind of counts on you, right? And then
right.
For an off-field incident like that, just crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit, man. But it is what it is. Hopefully, he recovers. If he can play football again, great. If he can't, he's not dead. So you have to count your blessings in that fucking aspect.
Yeah, there's that tragic story about that hockey player too. So I mean, that was a fatal thing too.
God, so. Him and his brother, man. Like when I read that, I for a split second, like me and you, like riding bicycles.
Oh geez.
Yeah, and there's someone just mowing us down. Fucking terrible. Fucking terrible. All right. Thank you for downloading yet again another Cold Brew Podcast. I'm Greg. He is Sorcerer Chromatic, and we'd like to wish you cheers.
Until next time.